Afternoon. Alec, you're here today. It's good to see you.
Appreciate that.
Big day today. But let's talk football.
I thought you were talking about the trade deadline.
Also a big day.
Wes, just in terms of Josh Oliver, Kevin was kind of talking about him doing the dirty things and then getting rewarded in that game. I guess what is it that he does outside of catching passes like he did the other night that really stands out to you in terms of the value he's brought to the offense?
Josh is the best blocking tight end in the league. And that's no disrespect to anyone else. And I can't say for anyone who wants to use that as fuel, go ahead. But I can't say I've studied each one intently. There's some good ones out there, but, we'll take Josh over anybody in this league in the role that he's in. He's not only physically imposing, he's a 270-pound man, but the attitude that he plays with, the physicality. There's been times in his time here where I don't know that they were particularly holds. I don't think they're used to seeing a guy on the edge just kind of put a defensive end on his back, and he's gotten some calls in some situations where we're like, it's hard to coach sometimes. It's like, that was a great block. Just try to keep your hands just a little bit tighter. But you see it every week. He's moving humans, large men, and putting them on the ground. And it's been a big part of why we've been able to have some success on the ground.
What did you see from TJ in his first game back?
Getting him back into it, had a nice crossing route catch in the game. There was you saw a little just kind of the football player that he is. There was some traffic out in front of him, and he kind of throttled in that hole, and Sam felt it, and to see the two of them connect right there, and just good to have him back. We were keeping track of his rep count throughout. We didn't necessarily have a set number, but we didn't want him to overload him in his first game back. I think he felt it a little bit, just getting back into real football and that kind of shape. But it was good to have him out there. He did some good things, and I think that'll continue.
Coach, what piece was most impressive, I guess, about Cam Robinson, like having practice and a walkthrough, I guess, and then starting, I know he's played a lot of football, but just with coming in and the line having their terminology and stuff that they use. Yeah, just what was most impressive about that?
Yeah, just really everything about him coming in was impressive. I mean, from the Wednesday he gets here, he meets with the line coaches. They come in immediately. They're like, this guy's a stud. Like, he's really smart. His meeting with Kevin before he met with those guys, Kevin said he's really smart. You could just tell talking to him. He knows football. The tackle position, you tell him, hey, if you're not sure, block the end. But he has played a lot of football. He is a very smart guy, and so there was just this kind of calmness where you weren't worried about him, and a confidence that he has, and everything you kind of talk to him about, he says, I got you, coach. I got you. There was even a play where I said, hey, if you can't get that guy, work up to the next, he said, I'll get him. I said, okay, but if you can't get him, go to that guy, but for this type of situation with a new player coming in midweek, having 2 practices and going out there and starting a football game, we all had just a good confidence about us. There wasn't a worry in our mind, and some of the plan had been kind of set up to help him, but within the game it was not knowing early in the week who was going to be there. So some of the plan had been set up a little bit that way, but then as the game went on, it was okay, I think he's all right out there, and you know, he proved that and went out and played great.
What went into the decision to move from the booth to the sideline for you?
We're just trying to find the best way to communicate in game, and felt like there were some things that maybe just communication-wise between position groups while Kevin's down there and flipping over to defense and managing the game and all the things that he does. Just felt like me being able to kind of move around and then talk to him directly was going to help us. And there were some things too with some of the responsibilities of guys in the booth. You know, Chris O'Hara has always been very good about finding tendencies, coverage. He's got charts and he's working through that, but he was doing some other things up there that we moved Ben Ellefson up there, and he's charting the plays now, and it just freed him up to kind of just always trying to find ways to improve the communication on game day.
Was that something that you went to Kevin with, or was it Kevin's idea for you, or how did that come about?
We just kind of talked about it. You know, things come up through the season, and we'd even contemplated before the season started being down there. But you know, I'm a fan. I like to be down there. You know, if I had my choice, I think there's good and bad to both. But like to be able to be down there, see the guys, and communicate directly with them.
Is it harder to from down there to see maybe defensively what they're doing? What's harder about it? I guess being down there.
I think you, as a coach, you're kind of, you get trained over time to watch the game from ground level. You know, you practice every day, and so I don't think necessarily seeing the game is as big an issue. I just think upstairs there is, you got a desk in front of you. You've got, you know, different sheets that you have, and you can write notes easier, all those types of things. You can make notes about plays or things that you're thinking of suggesting or getting to within a game, you know, so there's a little more of that going on. You've got your surface there, you're not holding it, and with your call sheet and all this stuff. So and there's less emotion up there. You don't get caught up in all these crazy players on game day, and coaches as well. Trust me. So, but like I said, I do like being down there. Like seeing the guys. A few of the guys were surprised, like, oh, hey, you know, it wasn't. We didn't exactly announce it to the team, you know. So, some of the guys, I hope, were happy to see me down there.
When was the last time you were down there?
Last time I've been down. It would probably be 2019, LA. I was down, so I've kind of been up or down at every place I've been. So I'm keeping that going.
There was some talk last week between Kevin and Justin about kind of simplifying things offensively, streamlining things a little bit. What to you did you feel like was a priority in terms of being able to do that, and what did you feel like that allowed you guys on Sunday night?
Well, I think when you start getting a few games in and some evidence of, okay, we had some pre-snap penalties, whether it's delay of games that we've had this year, whether it's a false start, whether it's just an illegal formation, and you kind of dig into that stuff, and you're saying, all right, there's onus on the players to get this stuff right, but also, you know, when does it become coaching? When does it become, you know, our prerogative to make sure that we're not doing those things? And it's a two-way street. We're all working together on it, but we just felt like if we could make it as clean as possible in the NFL while also having enough scheme and enough times where you help a guy, you know, you can help a guy get off the line of scrimmage with a motion, or you can help manipulate coverage at times with motions and all those types of things. But just trying to make sure that we had some formation families, some sameness. It just just kind of tighten it up a little bit just to help those guys. And I think it showed this week. You know, we just had the one holding penalty, but no pre-snap, post-snap issues.
Wes, with all the good decisions that Sam has made in half a season, why do you think he threw the ball that ended up being that first interception? What did, as you guys discussed it, what did he see?
I think he saw. I think he saw TJ kind of streaking across the back of the end zone there, and you know, maybe just pulled the string on the throw a little bit. If you're going to make that attempt, it really has to be kind of a TJ or nobody type ball on the back line. You know, a high enough, firm enough ball to where that thing, if he's not catching it, you know, tapping his feet in the back of the end zone, then nobody's catching it. So, you know, I think that's what he saw there. And, you know, with every quarterback, every interception's different. And, you know, Sam will learn from that. And we're in a situation on the first drive with you know, with an opportunity to score points on the first drive regardless. And we know we don't want to have those kind of things happen.
What did you think of the way Cam Akers ran the ball?
I thought he ran the ball really well. Had some nice cuts. Found some cuts. Kind of, you know, our mid zone, as we call it, game. You know, found a nice couple of backdoor cuts, and then we ran a couple one back power plays in a row where it was blocked really well, and he had some nice hits. And you know, love Cam, love his game day demeanor. Always have. So it's great to see him get out there, get a couple opportunities.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Got your sticker on. I see it.
Sort of sideways, upside down.
I see it. Yeah, I didn't want to
Put it on, let's go.
take a selfie and post it.